floor dog. All right. Is it happening? Looks like it is. Maybe. Ish. Come on, video, pop up. Do the thing. You can do it. You can do it. 21 seconds of just, come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Chop, chop. Come on. There we go. Finally. All right. Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Houston with Problem. We are having a good day, right? You guys have a good day? I had a good day. I had a real good day. And really good after hours so far right now. Where are we after hours? Checking the quick. Boink. Boink. Yeah. I mean, we bounced off 52 after hours, 51.90 or whatever. Said that 50. Man, what a day. What a day. What a day. What a day. Unusual Whales did the math and concluded that Keith Gill will be a billionaire at $69. How just poetic is that? Yesterday was $469. Tomorrow is $471. Episode numbers. We rock and rolled. I mean, something ridiculous like $3 million every 10 minutes in options premiums were being purchased. Like, just bonkers. The gamma ramping is insane. So the other big news is that Keith Gill is going to do a live show at high noon tomorrow Eastern time, 9 a.m. my time. He's going to say something. My guess is it's going to be no sell, basically. I think he's in it to exercise and absolutely demolish the shorts. The vibe I get is I'm already rich from this. I'm going to bring everyone else along with me. And that, I think, is what he's shooting for. Saw lots of tweets. You know, the tweets earlier in the week from these clowns, these shills, were like, oh, he better be investigated. He posted memes. And then today, the memes, the shills were like, you know, he's if he sells his 5 million shares now, which he's probably going to do, so he's going to sell them any moment now, then he'll make this much money, and, you know, he'll be pretty set. And, you know, there'll be that. Like, he's not selling, dude. That's not what he's about. And he's made it very clear, like, he's not, he holds. That's what he does. And, yeah, he's going to be a legend. They're going to write like folk songs about him in the future, and they'll make statues of a man that's 90 feet tall with a 60-foot tall cat or something. That's basically what we're going to have. Just from Dax, Chup Chat. Why I keep saying price anchoring at $100? What's your prediction, bro? He's going to exercise while live? Nope. I think he lets this thing go. The best explanation I saw is that he's doing Ozymandias, which is you don't reveal your plan until it's too late for them to do anything about it. And he may be doing that tomorrow. I don't think he's going to exercise. I think he's going to let this thing go for another couple weeks. Let it go past earnings. Let it go past the shareholder meeting, and let that stuff further drive and bring in attention. Because we still need a lot more FOMO from the public to be in on this, and to bring as many people along as they can. So that's what I think is happening. I don't think he exercises on the show tomorrow. I think he may reveal his ultimate plan, and that ultimate plan is probably I'm holding. Be my guess. Could be wrong. He could be like, "Fuck all of you! Take my money. I'm going home." But I don't think he's doing that. So this. Nope. This. Come on, it could be Martinelli's. Right, floor dog. Not even moving. Houston, we have a problem. I'll tell you one thing I'm going to get Moas is a chair doesn't squeak this much. Oh, turn it off, Houston. Boom. Okay, might as well just go right to the chats because we all saw what's going on today. You know, the stock flew. It's up, I don't know how much. Was that $30, right? So it's up about 70% today. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Cool. Cool. All right. Pitch Sunday was first. Woo! Kevin Rainin, happy birthday. John Castro, yeehaw. Scott Lumley, Houston, happy birthday, dude. Do you have any educated guesses on what fuckery the short hedge funds and market makers might pull? Halts, convincing brokers turn off the buy button due to liquidity issues. But the liquidity issues is the entire reason the price will be going up. So that's just stupid. Like, what's some liquidity problems? We'll solve those problems by paying more for the shares, and you won't have those liquidity problems. They may try to get the government to step in and negotiate some sort of settlement. They may cite, this is an unforeseen event and it's harming all the markets. I mean, we're just seeing we saw articles like yesterday saying that the bond market was down because all these meme stalkers and GameStop. GameStop is a $5 billion company. The bond market is $49 trillion. So like, it just so dumb. Low B, get your mug ready for tomorrow. Oh, it's here. It's ready. We might be filling that with Martinelli's tomorrow. We're seeing, because it's still in foreplay. We're not in actual play. Like, the actual play has 2 more weeks to percolate. So it's just, like, we're getting the floor higher and higher and higher. We got the floor above $10 a month ago, right? We got the floor above $20 3 weeks ago. The floor is now above $30. Might be above 40 by tomorrow. If we bounce off $80 tomorrow, I think I will be set with my options play. That's doing the math in my head. If we bounce off 80, I think I can do it. I think I can do my options play. And for those of you who aren't aware of why I'm doing options play, I'm basically swing trading options. I took $700 and I got 4 options about a month ago. I'm now at 23 options and significantly more than that. I've been day trading them up and down, because my goal is I want at least 100 options that aren't too far out of the money for the 28th, and possibly upwards of 1,000 of them if I can get it, of lotto tickets, stuff that's 128, whatever I can get cheap that's far out. Because if they do this fuckery, which they've been known to do, we've seen it, January 28th, 2021, we saw it with MMTLP. We've seen it happen many times. If they do the fuckery, they do, then I want to be able to at least make my nut with an options play, and I won't even have to focus on my shares. I can get a chunk and then just rest on my laurels. And if it happens to just shoot to the moon and they don't do any of the crazy shenanigans that would stop anything from, realizing its full potential, then I've got my nut. And I can hold my nut, and I can cherish my nut, and I can nut off all day long. So that's why I'm doing my options play. I got my shares; those are sitting there. I'm not even looking at them. I'm actually adding to them every single day, because whenever I make a swing trade, I've got $100 left over. I just buy some more shares with it. So that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm doing it. And I know some of you are trying as well. People are saying it's going to break 100 tomorrow. It's going to break 80. At the moment, my guess is that the short hedge funds have ammo for when it hits 80, and then they hammer it back down, because they can't let it go past 80, because I think that's the magic number that breaks them. If it goes above 350, that's pre-split. That's what 80 basically represents. They're doomed. So what then, right? So my brain is just so cooked. I went to bed early last night for me, which is, you guys see me, I'll be posting stuff at like 3 a.m. I'm a night owl. I am a night owl. I've been having to wake up early in the morning so I can stare at the little chart all day. And I normally don't have to do that because nothing interesting has been happening for years now. So I do my little sleeping in and I get my day started. And now I'm waking up early and trying to go to bed early. And I went to bed at 11. I just laid there, like doing math in my head all night long. It's the most exhausting laying down when I'm just consuming calories, thinking about, okay, if stock goes here, I sell that, and then I can buy it here, and it comes back down, and then I buy that, and I just do the math in my head, trying to get to where I'm going to get to those 100 shares, 100 options, 1,000 options. I'm sure you guys are laying in bed all night doing all similar things, how many shares do I have? Okay, if it goes to this, what do I do? What's my strategy? And I'm happy the entire time, but boy, am I exhausted. It's like having a good game of basketball and just being dog tired at the end of it. That's the way I feel it right now. So, all right. Looks like Low B did some gifts, did some memberships. Leela, Derek Cohorse, Treetop, I'm Jack to the Tits is here. Hot Pocket Rebel, Hannibal Grimm, Insomnimac, that's a good name. Kira Savolainen, Averio, and Kim Fusting. Got a couple of lurkers, got a couple of new folks, and got a couple of celebrities in there. So, woo! Nice. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the lurker fishing. Oh, there's the monkey butt. There she is. Hi, buddy. Come on. Get on up. Get up there. Yeah. Boom. Pedestal achieved. Let's get all the monkey butt in there if we can. Okay. Okay. John Castro told my mom buying 100 shares was the catalyst. Way to go. Way to go, Helen. Preacher Sunday. Finally moon soon, Houston. I'm tired of applying for jobs and not getting anything. I don't think you'll have to worry about that in 2 weeks. You can still apply and then show up to the interview and be like, no. Or you can do, I always had this fantasy, like if I were independently wealthy, of applying to places like Walmart and getting a job and then working to get them unionized. That's all I would do, is I'd take minimum wage jobs at places and then start a union at those places, just one after another, all over the country, and just see, like, why not, right? I don't need the $8 an hour, but those people need $30 an hour. So let's that might be my Batman life. Cameron Mirza for Monkey Treat. Oh, you guys, if you pay, Monkey gets treats. That's right, dude. You know what? There's 1 1/4 in here. I'm going to give you both because you're such a good dog. Yeah. You're going to put drool all over my leg because you are a drool monster. All right, one little one first. Oh, there you go. Okay, show me Monkey Cam this one. Show me Monkey Cam. Boom. All right. I love that. Okay. Cameron, Monkey thanks you. What other treats do I have? Oh, I got more stinky beef, and I got some nuggies up there too. All right. Fast like a bear. Jimmy calls printed today. A smidge. Sounds like he actually 402,142 calls in the money at $50 tomorrow. That's 40 million shares, Monkey. That's okay. We gotta look at the options chain. Oops. Oops, not that. No. Dang it. Stupid. Autofill. There we go. Okay. What do you got for me? Bam. Okay. So, this is tomorrow. We've got 3,000. 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 30, 4, 35, 38, 9, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Ooh. Now we're up to 57, 65, 6. That's 70, 73, 77, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. So that's up 81, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 102, 304, 126, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 30, 40. So I got 140 call options in the money here. And at 50, we add another 12,000. That would be 162, 464,000, which is still 16 million shares. That's how much Keith Gill basically has. So that would do it. And my guess is we might be touching in this 80 range at some point, maybe at open. There's going to be a lot of pre-market action. There's going to be a lot of delta hedging, a lot of gamma ramping. And man, if you bought dailies this morning, holy smokes, did you clean up? Look at these things, up 1,000%, 1,000%, 1,000%. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, it's a lot of shares still, a lot. Okay, where am I? I'm an hour behind the chat, as always. What a day, what a day. Leo B, what a day. I've had butterflies in my stomach all day. Now I need butterflies in my portfolio. Wouldn't that be great? Did you also notice that Jake to be sat on the couch today? He had tweeted out back in October that sitting on the couch is a reward for something achieved. It's like not touching the trophy until you've won it. So he'd been kind of absent for a little while. People are speculating that he learned some sort of information and had to sign an NDA. And that's why he's only posted these on a couch. So, right? Brandon Cowles. Houston, in March or April, I was thinking to myself, wouldn't it be great if DFE came out and said something to reassure us that we've been right the whole time? Or if we were missing something? I mean, March, April, I think I went on a rant that was like, Ryan Cohen, just pull the trigger on something. Like, you got like 6 weeks, just do something, anything. And they did it. So I think he found peak frustration and was like, bing, and DFE jumped in right about the same time. So fantastic. Oh, yeah. My bad. Calculated volume, open interest is 154,000. Yeah, that might be the volume. Because I saw that in the 50s, there was like 34,000, 33,000 traded at 35, and 40,000 traded at 45, and 61,000 traded at 50. So a lot of people probably rolled over. Yeah. Christina Spy, Houston, for a 2XX holder who doesn't do options, is there money to be made? Well, I mean, you're probably making money right now, right? If this thing moons, or at least gets to where it did in 2021, you're going to have, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100,000 or more. So yeah, just hold, just chill, relax. Things will happen. Things will be cool. There we go. And on a moth, what are some good calls to day trade? I got 5K. I had calls for next week at 55. I kept half of them, sold half of them today when I felt like it was peaking, when I was pretty close to that peak. And what I did was I actually bought a whole bunch of at the money calls for tomorrow. So I think they were at 46 or 47. I can't remember. I think it was 46. And I bought like 20 of those for tomorrow because I have a feeling this thing's going to open much, much higher. And the dailies, while they're a huge risk, they're generally slightly cheaper and you can get a lot bigger reward out of them. Because basically, for each one of those options, you buy at the money, each one of those options goes up $100 every dollar the stock goes up. And you get a bunch of those in your portfolio. For every dollar stock goes up, you get another $1,000. And my goal is to then roll that over into more options for the following week and just keep going until I can get to my 100 option goal. If this thing hits 80, I'll be honest, I'll get puts because they're going to hammer it down because they have to. They can't let this thing go past 80 for very long because then Marge calls and they don't want that. So they're going to try to hammer it down. So if it does something freaky like it did a couple weeks ago, where we saw 80 in the pre-market, I think it was like 64 at open, and they just pushed that thing down $30 in about 20 minutes, I will fill up as many puts as I possibly can, collect as much cash from that when I feel like it bottoms out, and then I'll turn it all back into call options again. And, 10x the number of options I have. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not touching my shares. I'm just swing trading those options. But what are some good ones to get? I mean, the safest way is always close to the money, as far away as possible. That's the safe bet. I'm playing a little more risky, doing lots of weeklies, because you can lose your shirt on weeklies really quickly. And if the stock for some reason just dumps at open tomorrow, then I'm screwed. All that money that I've been building up just disappears. So, yeah, just hang out, chill out, wait it out. You'll be fine. Okay. Vernok, 2 shows on the same day. I can feel the squeeze. Well, technically the other one was last night, so and look where we are now. Luger Speed, holy schmoly, what a day. You should probably start thinking about picking a color and options for your Earth Roamer. Believe me, I have. And I think I might not do an Earth Roamer, personally. I don't need something that big. I want something a little more nimble, just a pinch more nimble. Earth Roamers are just so huge. So what I'm thinking is one of those Dodge Ram 1500s with the 3-liter V6 diesels. They get like 32 miles to the gallon. You get def and EGR delete on them, and all of a sudden you're doing like 37 miles per gallon. And pop in a 1-ton suspension, beef up the frame a smidge, and then put a Pro Van Tiger camper on the back of that thing. And it fits into normal parking spots, getting 30 miles per gallon. Like, you pop in like a 90-gallon tank and just never fill up again. Drive across the entire country on one of those things. So that's what I'm leaning towards at the moment. And I can feel like I could beat the shit out of it without losing $1 million. Because Earth Roamers are expensive. But yeah. False flags, let's go, baby. Justin G, intraday high all day. Hello, Monkey Butt and Fat Cat. Where's the Fat Cat? I have no idea. That cat might be outside. It's sunny. He likes to go murder things out there. Fabrizio's plopping. Ryan H is here. Fred Jones, why is DFE doing a live stream? And is anyone else worried the FBI will be standing behind him? I think he's just going to be like, I'm holding. That's what he's going to say. But I won't know until we see it. Owen Saunders, when Jamie hits 7,000, me and the wife are in retirement country. She has no idea I'm holding, so I can't wait to surprise her. Wouldn't that be great? 7,000 would be, I think 7,000 is a hell of a number for us all to retire on. Fabrizio, think I'll have enough tendies from MOASH to remove all the microplastics from my balls? You could probably have those microplastics removed from your balls by Instagram models if you want. With where I think this thing is going. Willie McWoolhead, he's going to exercise live. I don't think he is. I think he's going to tell us he's holding. I don't think he's going to exercise just yet. I think he wants a little more time, and my camera is really having issues, man. You've been doing this blinky blink thing quite a bit, my friend. Stop it. There, it stopped. But he might. I could be wrong. Chill face. Des Perk, sorry, DTCC threatening to shut down the entire market. I don't think they're threatening to shut down the entire market. I think they just happen to post a document that's like, hey, if there's some crazy event like World War III, we have the ability to shut down the markets. But they may use that to shut us down. But it won't help them. That's the thing. It's like, you shut us down, all it does is keeps the liability going, and then we buy more shares. And then it starts all over again. You will never get rid of us. If they keep doing this, our grandchildren will be holders onto this thing, and your liabilities will be, umpteen times the size of the universe. So it's not going to work. They just gotta let this thing run and get it out of the system, and everyone can be like, and we're done. Yeah, a few hedge funds will blow up. So what? Those guys are useless anyways. The chill face. I just had enough scratch in my account to buy one YOLO 128 call for 621 this morning, up 400% on it today. Ta-da! There you go. Dice Perk, they'll never let us win. They might. Thing is, it's not about letting us. It's about just taking it from them to begin with. GDC, there are 14,500 people in DFE's live stream right now. Well, bring them on over here, man. They can come over here and chat all day long. We will actually be able to see it because flying by so fast on Roaring Kitty's channel that no one can even see what's being said there. But right now, you guys got time. You can jump in here. You can talk all you want. Geez, Kelly Bulges, you guys are quick. Yeah. You guys are on it. I mean, everyone's just humming. There's such good feels going on, and my camera is going to give people seizures at this point. Dude, what's up, camera? Come on, my man. Stop it. You're digital. Why are you doing this? Not some machine in there. Come on. Michael Tucker, if Jimmy breaks through 85 a share, that is when all hell breaks loose. I think you're right, which is why I think we'll probably see it bounce off 80. It'll probably do that a couple more times until, the arrow has been released. So, yeah. Guts for long term. Thanks for everything, Houston. You are a badass. I'm not necessarily badass. Most of the time, I'm just an ass. But I'll take it. First name, last name, Houston. Just pulled XXXX shares out of retirement. Computer share. Coming madness. I left 100 shares in the infinity pool. Hope this is the month. Let's effing go. Let's go. And Jamie Thomas says DFV is badass. DFV is the true badass. The guy is going to become a billionaire on 2 trades. Two trades. Billionaire. From $50,000. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Lexi 10. Houston. Will Roaring Kitty live stream tomorrow be the most anticipated show since Who Shot JR, Ewing, or last episode of MASH? It might be one of the most live stream viewed shows in YouTube's history, personally. It very well could be. Yeah. Scott Pollen, $4 a share is cool, but if you tried 400 or 400,000, that would be delicious. Fried Tater Explosion, aloha from Tennessee. The past few weeks feel so different from anything that's happened since the sneeze. And then Devin Johnson says I'm erect. So you two both nailed it right there. The blood loss from my head has affected my ability to accomplish much else. GDC, I plan to hold by fainting when it hits 1,000. Can't sell if you're unconscious. That's as good a plan as anyone will ever have. Yeah. Just, die of a heart attack upon seeing that, and then you never sell. Infinity pool achieved. Fred Jones. Could be, let's get this party started. I hope it is. That might be what he does. Like, some noon brewskis, and hey! Might be what's in store. First name, last name, Houston. Houston isn't DRS, so why not call him out too? I'm not paper-handed. I'll wait for the others with less shares. Oh, Scott Pollen loves to call me paper-handed or not DRS'd and stuff constantly. Scott Pollen, if anyone does plan to sell, consider using ladder approach and use limit orders. Bingo. Like, test the waters one at a time. You can always do the old tactic of when it's crazy high, you sell enough to cover your cost basis, and then just patiently wait. I plan on using a ladder method if and when I get to that point, because maybe the options make it so fantastic that I don't even pay attention anymore. I'll be on a beach, sipping a drink, reading a book, going like this, people walk by. Yeah, price gets crazy. I plan on selling one. And then set next limit order for like 50% more than that and wait till that sells. And set next limit order for 50% more of that. And when the volume and the trading computers look like it might be getting done and the price might be peaking, maybe then I just dump the rest. I don't know. And turn off my brain and let this thing cool off for a while. Right, monkey? Right? And take a breather. Taking a breather sounds really good. Man. Monkey can't even bother to come visit me anymore. I should have closed the door and trapped her in here with me. Derek Horace says 300 shares enough to make my babies Nepo babies. Depends on what the price goes to, but yeah. I think if they aren't able to stop this or they don't bother, they just let it rip, yes. We have examples of short squeezes from 100 years ago, more than 100, 120 years ago, that went to $1,000 back then, which is equivalent of going to like 50 grand today. And yeah, so 50 grand times 300, you're at 15 million. So that's not too bad. Red Lightsaber, Pulte's out there saying RC should dilute more and raise more capital. Yeah, I saw that tweet. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? You don't need to raise more capital. They got plenty of capital right now. Poor taste in porn. I'm moving some out of computer share to my Fidelity so I can sell a portion. This is about money, and I want to make some. That is respectable. That's why I'm in it. It doesn't do me any good to watch my value go bing bong because I didn't do anything when I could like pay off student loans and, you know, retire my family and take vacations and stuff like that. Bill Coy, when you hear my scream, you know the rocket has launched. Eee! Emtra, I think your stalker joined the stream with just as Jerry Diamond. It was kind of fun to see him being ignored in the chat. Interesting. I think we may have blocked a guy named Jerry Diamond on here before. I'll have to check the old block list. Hi, Monkey Butt. How are you? Yeah? Just being a sweet little dog? Yes, you are, as always. Yes. Look at a little nose. Get a little nose. Can your little nose come up there? Whoop, little nose. Come on. Come on. Come say hi. Come on. There we go. Yeah. All right. Daniel Motes, Houston, happy birthday. If this really starts to pop off, I want to cheers you with a beer in your hand. But obviously, you don't have to drink it. I just want Stone Cold Steve Austin moment with you. Well, we can do root beer, cola, ginger ale, green tea. I don't know. A mocktail. It's a factory. I'm so close to 1,000 shares, but now it's like the goalposts are moving away from me. Well, that was I was afraid that was going to happen to me too, and I'm over it now. I crossed that hump. I'm good to go. And if this thing touches 80 tomorrow, and if they do hammer it back down, I think I might be able to get the 2,000 shares plus my options goal. So that'll be what we're trying, right, Monkey? Sir Barthor, is this real? Are we all here? Is it really starting? I think it is. Scott Pollen, just interview was great, by the way. Thank you. It was nice to be able to like do it and have the tech work, because trying to do that from my car near the cell phone tower did not seem to go very well. The cell phone tower lied to me the entire time. It's like, you got 5 bars of 5G, and I think it was like 1 bar of 2G or something. So no, it lied to me. And it was a nice, lovely spot. I had a beautiful view of, I was right along the water. I was looking right at Seattle, across Puget Sound. Beautiful sunny day, wind blowing like crazy. But yeah, didn't work out so well. Lexington Productions, Houston. How will you be timing your call options tomorrow before the live stream? Will Keith Gill cause any volatility, or is that just mainstream media's narrative and a fish wears a mattress? Oh no, he'll definitely probably see change in volume, because people may tune in and stop trading for a moment. So you may see things like calm down. My hope is that what's happened a few times over the last month, which is you get crazy price action in the pre-market, and the minute it opens, because of the implied volatility of the sudden price rise from where it closed the day before and where it opens goes bonkers, that I can dump my calls, get some puts perhaps, write it down, and then dump those puts and get back into calls again. That's what I'm hoping for, because I might as well use our active enemies against us, right? They're desperately trying to push this thing down, so I might as well ride that wave while I can and get some more ammo. So yeah, I don't know what else to do. And then maybe he says something during that show and it causes to happen all over again. And then I write it on the way back up. First name, last name. Oh, that's talking to Scott. Okay. Derek Orr said, BYQ is part of this, and it's proof this is a simulation. Well, Derek, you might be eating that bread real soon. So yeah. GDC. I always want to say CDC, but it's GDC. Jake to be sitting on his couch today. Did he figure something out about BPPY? That's what I'm thinking. Is that he probably figured something out, learned something from insiders, and had to sign NDA, and he can't. That's why you haven't seen him talk. But he's sitting on the couch, and he telegraphed what sitting on the couch would mean all the way back in October. I think it was October 24th, I believe. Mary Guard. Is this really going to run? I hope so, because I lost so much money on this. Been holding for over 3 years. I really need a break finally. I think you're making it back at this point, personally. Nikkei's. Looks like somebody is covering right now. Any idea what the short percent is at today's cover? I have not seen it yet. The price is sitting strong. We're still sitting at 50.71, so we're still up quite a bit from close. Volume today was 188 million. I haven't seen what the if someone wants to show what the short sales were, be interested to know. Julio, hey guys, just arrived from vacation. What'd I miss? All right. Snort alert. Oi, I took a sleeping pill 5 minutes ago. Have fun, people. Greetings from Germany. That's all right, man. Get your sleep on. Tomorrow will be just as crazy. Big Mac 8000. Houston. How do you feel about BlackRock and Fidelity? I'm thinking about after MOAS. I really wonder about those guys. Any thoughts? No pressure. Like as corporations or as investing into index funds, or will they still exist when this is all said and done? As far as I know, BlackRock doesn't really like short things. There's a big giant index fund. They just buy 7 to 9% of every company in existence and then just sit on that. Same thing with Vanguard. You just buy, if you buy everything and everything goes up over time, then you don't have to worry about doing anything else. It's the easiest job in the entire world. But, you know, Fidelity is its own clearinghouse. They did have some glitches today when the halts were happening, and where like the prices for options just vanished from the menu, which was really annoying because like, what, I'm trying to day trade this thing. Why is the numbers disappearing? But I think that's more glitch territory than it is nefarious action. But we have lots of glitches, such as my camera keeps glitching. Just stop it. Hey, stop it. Stop it. So stop it. Okay. Is it factory? My dream for the DFV live stream would be if he exercises calls live. What are your hopes he does tomorrow at 12? I think all I hope for is that he's like, I don't sell. Click. Or just comes on. My roommate's like, it'd be funny if he just came on and just goes, I like the stock, and then turns off the live stream. That's all he says. 51, 51.50, 52. Yeah, it just like bounced off like $51.90, $52 at one point after hours. Frozen State says DFV's exercising tomorrow. Mike says let's get to 80. That would be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you mean 800? Dark Horse, I don't think it will be allowed above 60 before pre-market. Well, we'll see. First name, last name, pop out some $100 calls waiting for tomorrow. Dark Horse says, congrats, calls, boys. Huddle New Zealand, man, these call options are expensive. Hoping it gaps up hard tomorrow morning so I can sell my options ending this week and roll into 21 calls. I think you will probably be able to. Mike, how the hell are they going to pay Keith and all of us with their homes and their Lamborghinis and their investment portfolios and their vacation homes and their Rolex watches and their Cayman accounts and printing at the Fed and Treasury? Tom Zuck, Afterburner Aftermarket. It's not to the start of the show yet. I'm almost 2 hours behind. I'm an hour behind. All right. Purportedly stupid. Also, you can take the purportedly out of my name now. I sold $35 calls for next week 2 weeks ago. Today, I bought $45 calls as my position. Is this how you stonk? That's how a lot of us do it a lot of the time, yes. Daniel Bachelor, if you have time, can you pull up the Mammoth Caves in Kentucky? I mean, might as well break things up. Sure, let's look at the Mammoth Caves. Look at some big old stalactites and stalagmites. Images. Boink. There we go. So, you want some limestone? Because this is how you have limestone. Look at all this limestone. Limestoning away, doing the limestone things, being stalactites and stalagmites, people walking around, letting some light shine through. Yeah, they're gorgeous. Ancient little river channels in these caves. So anything else you want me to talk about with these? It's always fun. What's great is sinkholes in general, because these are all limestone. So anything acidic gets into them, they just sizzle and eat away and break down, and then water flow comes through. Was when the Corvette Museum had a giant sinkhole in the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, and like half the collection fell like 100 feet into the earth. That was pretty awesome. Like rare, one-of-a-kind Corvettes all just smashed to the bottom. Really cool. Let's do Corvette Museum sinkhole. Gosh dang it. I can do this. Images. So, yeah. Come on. Get big. Boom. There's a sinkhole in the middle of the Corvette Museum. Some of the cars they brought out. Like one-of-a-kind race cars and stuff that fell in there. Here we go. There's the Corvettes all in the sinkhole. Isn't that terrifying? There was a house in my town that, I guess in like 1920, the sinkhole and the house just disappeared, and they filled it in. They filled it in with a bunch of dirt, and they built another house on top of it. And then when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, a sinkhole appeared right there, and the house disappeared, and they filled it in, and then they put in a housing development on that property. So now there's like 10 homes where that one house was. So I was waiting for, 30, 40 years from now, and that thing just sinks right back in again. Corvette's being dragged out. Good stuff. Good stuff. I love it. All right. Anyway, Treetop. Yeah, I know people who make money selling calls, but I don't do it because you never know what will happen. No one can predict the market. It's impossible. This is also true. Yes. Hollow, New Zealand. Houston. Happy birthday. Random side quest. Go look up the bicentennial tree in Pemberton, Australia. I climbed that sucker back in the day. Sketchy as hell. Bicentennial tree. Bicentennial. Oh, I can't spell tennial. Centennial tree. And Pemberton? That's it? Pemberton. Okay. Images. Huh. So it looks like they just jammed some rods into the tree. And then you rebar. That's where you're climbing on, is some rebar. Interesting. Huh. Never heard of this. But I guess that's how you have to climb a tree if you are in Australia, because there's no branches. It's just a trunk all the way up. Huh. Well, there you go. Tree climbing risk. Really? To give me a warning. Part of the top section of this climb is almost vertical and narrow. In wet and or dry windy conditions, do not proceed any higher. If in doubt, no climb. Backpacks will hinder climbing. So don't wear a backpack. Well, there you go. There's a big old eucalyptus. And you can go up there and you can eat leaves like a koala bear. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing at all. Oh my god. Didn't have that thing on the entire time. Ah! Okay. So the tree, like... I hate when I do that. Tree just has rebar sticking out of it. And you climb the rebar all the way to the top of it. Just bonkers. There's a lay at the top. You have a little cage in the canopy up there. And that's how you get up. Well, cool. I'd climb that. Okay. Hollow, New Zealand. Happy birthday, Houston. Random side. Oh, we did that one already. Treetop. Like last year, I predicted that SPY would hit 529.50, and I'll just reset the chat. Oh my god, it's like, what is going on? I can't even get back to it. It's gone. That's how much chat is in here, folks. Is that I can't even get to the chat you had. Oh, sorry, I missed a super chat from Anonymoth. Berkshire Hathaway down 20,000. Nvidia $60 drop related to us. Nvidia traded 66 billion shares. 66 billion shares. 66 billion shares. I don't know if the Nvidia drop is related to us or related to the fact that the Justice Department announced they're investigating Nvidia's earnings, basically. Because as we know, they take their money, they give it to a startup. That startup then uses the money to buy computer chips from Nvidia, who then ships the computer chips to the startup. The startup borrows against the computer chips as collateral, and then buys more computer chips from Nvidia, puts them back in the warehouse, does it all over again, which is an Enron scam, basically. So they may have gone down due to the fact that they announced that the feds are looking into that. Yeah. Sorry, I lost about 20 minutes of chat. So 2:35 p.m. is where I am in the chat. I cannot see anything before that. It is gone. It is gone forever. Okay. Stephen Latham, Houston, Roaring Kitty image for his live stream has Ozymandias, was Egyptian pharaoh who said, "Look at my works, ye mighty in despair. I am destroyer of worlds." Yes. And to Ozymandias is to reveal your plan when it's too late for anyone to do anything about it. Bart Simpson, good name. Houston, happy birthday. Longtime listener and lurker, good times today. I've been practicing enjoying the moment, one to remember. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Treetop, of course, Roaring Kitty sold some. He sold some multiple times, then bought at lower prices. How else did he get his money built up? He traded both sides until now. I bet he just did covered calls, if anything. Because he could do covered calls with what he had at the end of that sneeze, and over the course of the last 3 years have averaged about $3 million a week in call option and covered call sales. It's one way to build up A, wealth, B, cash. And then he probably had the $517 $12 calls, which $1 million, bought 22,000 of them. And they got sold somewhere around $150 million. So that's a hell of a pickup. I like the 150X things, right, Monkey? Do you like the 150X stuff? Yes, you do, because you're a little dog. Yeah. You stinky little fart. Yeah? Come on. Get up there. Okay. $97 on Hood? What? No, it's not. Is it? That would be different. Stephen Latham, the Watchman, the villain's name was that, and he told the heroes his plot at the end, and they were like, "We will stop you." He said, "It's too late. It already happened, like 30 minutes ago." Yep. Sir Clive Calculator, I foresee Keith Gill approaching Chuck Norris levels. I see him surpassing Chuck Norris levels. He's a man of the people. My pronouns are bull bear. Is this finally MOAS? I might be playing my MOAS intro any show now. And that show episode tomorrow is episode 471. So that'd be a good one to perhaps hopefully play a MOAS intro on. Right, dude? Yeah. You know it. She knows. She's excited as well. I can see it right there in her eyes. She's like, "Oh man, this is great." Corporate Walnut. You talk at people for work, then go home and talk at people. Yeah. What is your call options position now, Houston? I have, I think, 7 55s for next week. I have 13 or 14 46s, 47s. Guys, I can't remember which one it was, for tomorrow. And I have a few lotto tickets. I'm at 23, I think, for my total options. And I really need just one bounce off at 80 and hammering it down, and I will be set. That's all I need. Just one. Please, hedge funds, do that for me. let it run and then desperately hammer it down, and I will be ready for when this thing finally moons in such a profound way that I will never have to do anything I don't want to do again. I can just be a megalomaniac and enjoy my life. Hannibal Grimm, wait a second, Houston, what happened to your face? I shaved last night and I cut my hair before the show last night. So, Kira Savolainen, I'm imagining that Roaring Kitty will stream live tomorrow. I'll be joined by a very special guest named Ryan Cohen, and then together they announce Keith Gill as the new senior leader of GME or Teddy. Nope. I don't think Keith wants to be an insider in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't want to deal with reporting. I don't think he's going to do that. But it'd be fun if he did. I think he's purposely under the 5% level, so he doesn't have to do reporting. He can just play as he likes. Sapien, Houston. Bitcoin ETH dropped shortly after the pump started and went straight up after market close. Suspicious. Can we use the market cap delta to estimate their losses? If you probably can. I'm not going to bother doing that right now. Who's messaging me? Sorry. Is it important? It is... Oh my gosh, stop. Oh, so many messages. Okay, not that one. Okay, no, not important. All right. Well, we got to check and see if it's like a parent messaging me for some reason. Okay, past the low B gifting here. Stocks or poker? We're going to break 100 tomorrow? That would be the day. Wouldn't it be great? Hi, Roller, are you going to live stream the arcade live stream? I should go live at noon tomorrow and see what happens. Crickets. Derek Close to get to 1,000 shares? I did. Hannibal Grimm, if it takes AMC with it, then that will make the layoff I got today much better. One can hope. Ski low, 80, 90, 100. Looks good for me. Robert Pierpoint. My Canadian friend got a call from their broker wanting them to lend their shares or sell their shares. A lot of people have been getting that from their brokers. Like, pretty please. Pretty please. We want to make some money off of your money. Please. And you go, no. Or you can lend them and then immediately recall them, and then lend them and then immediately recall them, and then lend them and then immediately recall them, and just see what happens. BBR Journey, 50% every day will be a millionaire by the end of the month without options trading. That would be great if it went like logarithmically like that. Nanomoth, how much money do you need to reach the 100 call goal? Well, it depends on how you do it, right? Because if you're looking at calls for the 28th at something that's close, not too far from the money, you're probably looking at $600-700 a share, and to do that you're gonna need like 60 grand to do the 100, and then a lot of tickets are a different thing entirely. You can wait for a day when they hammer it down, the price collapses on them, and then you can just dump a whole bunch into that and probably pick them up for under $100. So for $10,000, probably you can get 1,000 lotto tickets, and that's kind of what I'm looking at, somewhere around there. But I'm hoping I can get more than that in the end, especially if it bounces off 80 tomorrow. I think I can do it. Low B, so happy listened and learned options from you and PP Show guys. Gonna get me more shares. Fantastic. Shoot up. I'm now Night Owl. A Harvard study was done on delayed sleep cycles. We used to watch over people while they slept, protected them. Now we get called lazy or sleeping late. Go figure. That's why we just become astronomers. That's how it works. Jaxo says, I think the dog deserves a pet. Oh yeah, can you get a pet? You heard me lean back and you think, oh, he's gonna go over the treats, but no, he's just scratching me. What a tease, huh? Right, buddy? What a tease. Okay. Oscar Lamelli, what price do you think you're selling at, Wade? Thousands. Thousands upon thousands. Skilo, does anyone think he continues to buy and hold? Yes. Maybe not buy, but at least hold. H3H3. Eclipse you need. Badass HW. That's why I love you. Oh, thank you. Ooh. Triple Linda's here. Bill Coin. It's like Christmas Eve every day. Come on, Santa. Get your butt down the chimney. Cap T, let's superstore together, bro. Yes. Moon McWoolhead, speaking of unions, I have to go to my union dinner tonight. Now, catch you later. Looking forward to tomorrow. Pro-union all the way. Join them. Make more money. Like, my teaching job, I'm part-time teaching at colleges, right? I teach at some private colleges, teach at some public colleges. My union dues at the public college are negligible. I don't even notice them. But I get paid 150% more at the public college than I do at the private college that's non-union. So, join your unions. Get paid. I will unionize everybody if I have enough money. Oscar Lamelli, being a low XXX holder, I think it's too safe to be a millionaire. I think it's right. It's too safe to I'm a millionaire. If the price if you're at 100 shares, you need the price to go to $10,000 to become a millionaire. So if this thing MOASes, if we actually do ever get MOAS, it's a very real possibility. If they shut it down before then, well, then we wait and go another round, I guess. Yeah. Red Media, 700 applications so far and 3 interviews. Oof. Man, that's brutal. M. Hobson happened to join Skrelly's space today. What a vile human being. No, I have no interest in doing anything except calling that guy a dirtbag online. Dirtbag. Bing. That's what he is. Same crit, different day. Diamond hands, diamond balls, diamond D20s. Let's go. He's nuts. Built like a Bionicle. What price target are you looking at after this starts? Up there. I mean, what price target are you looking at? $1 kajillion. That's what we want. Chad Anderson, Houston man, sitting on $32 calls from yesterday, up 800%. Weighing exercising versus cashing out versus rolling, but premiums are jacked with earnings. What do? Oh yeah, earnings is on Tuesday. But yeah, everything's jacked anyways because implied volatility is through the roof, and because the volatility is through the roof. So you just got to play with it. You know, do they expire tomorrow? If they expire tomorrow, you may have to roll them, you may cash them out, wait until after earnings to get back in. I don't know. Do your thing. Okay, Crusher, Houston. Speaking hypothetically, if you had $10,000 to YOLO right now, what would you do with it? $10,000 to YOLO? I would have bought dailies today for tomorrow. Sell those probably at open. Buy puts, write it down, sell those, wait until things stabilize, and buy for next week. That's what I would do. Or just buy a bunch of shares. Hannibal Grimm, I've had a hell of a day today. Can someone fill me in simplified style one Y80 tomorrow? Why not? I mean, a whole bunch of shares win the money. So we're looking at 14, almost 15 million shares are in the money for call options tomorrow, which means they got to buy a whole bunch of shares to hedge for the fact that those have gone the money. And for each share they have to buy represents probably a 10 to 20 share volume. And then the price will go up even more on that volume, pushing even higher, putting even more shares in the money, which will cause gamma squeeze Monday, just ahead of earnings. So, yeah. BBYQ ticker back up on NASDAQ today with a date and price of 7 cents. Really? NASDAQ. I don't have it. I see it's the website's up. I don't see a price on it. Oh, nope. That's probably previous close. So, no data, but previous close, 7 cents and 89 hundredths. So, That's there. Okay. Nice. Excellent, Julio. Is BBYQ going to emerge this coming week? This is why I don't think Keith Gill is going to exercise yet. I think a whole bunch of stuff is planned for this month. I think he thinks also a whole bunch of stuff is planned for this month, and that he's going to exercise after all the good news at some point, and it will just amplify, just because if he fires a shot too early, then when the good news hits, it doesn't quite have the same build up. But interesting. Okay. Caitlin Walker. If we match NVIDIA market cap, we're at $8,000 a share. I think temporarily you could do that. Pia Sekinoa. Did I read it right? Houston, do you think Roaring Kitty starts exercising options on stream? Meh. Kira Savolainen. JTB was in the bum base ready position today. Everything is amazing. Good things are happening there, Kira. Keith Booth. Is Keith Gill going to be on YouTube or somewhere else I would like to watch? Yes, he'll be on YouTube tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. my time here on the West Coast. Yes. Don Cesar Shadem. I averaged up today, sold all my losing positions, tossed them in GME, keep running, and I will throw in my winners. There you go. Body Shop became a problem solver. Fantastic. Thank you, Body Shop. Jeff Chrisman, I'm a 2X holder and making money. You have to start somewhere. Boom. Okay, we're going to do Skrelly. Skrelly says hedgies are fucked up at $40 and it's $50 after hours. I mean, hedgies were fucked from the get-go. They're fucked 3 years ago. So now they're just like super fucked. Hey, it's Minkim? Yes. Oscar Lamelli, what's your settlement price? I have not put my settlement price in there, but I might maybe at 10,000 a share. Put my first sale in, and then next one at 15, and the one after that at 22.5, and the one after that at 37.5, and so on. Yeah. Chad Anderson. Non-mouth premiums and IV are absolutely jacked right now, so I'd look for some sort of pullback or until trades sideways like it did the day before, ripped again for an entry. Yes, it's always good like when it hits really hard to just wait a moment, let it kind of chill out, and then jump back in, because you can get IV crushed really easily. So that's why I bought weeklies or daily weeklies for tomorrow with what I earned today, because if it does open strong, then I got a good punch. I can get out, maybe ride the puts down, and then sit and wait for it to mellow. That's kind of what I'm hoping for anyway. Tampa Bay Buckeye. Hey, Moose, Rocco, help E-Trade and Morgan Stanley find their checkbooks. God Emperor 41K. I bet they will hit it hard tomorrow in the morning. That is when I plan to buy calls, and when they do. Yes. I think we'll get some pre-market action, and then they'll hammer it really, really hard. But I've been known to be wrong on those situations and right a couple of times. Like they did it earlier this week. They hit it really hard on Monday after it opened strong, and I made out like a bandit on that. Oh. Emu goes fishing, EGR deletes. Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know what EGR is. It's a environmental thing that goes on an engine. And the idea is you take hot exhaust and you pump it back through the engine to reburn, and it takes care of particulates. What it does is it puts a lot of hard carbon on the engine, so the engine fails more quickly. It may reduce particulates, but the fuel burns a lot less efficiently, so your gas mileage goes down, so you end up burning more fuel. And then you got like DEF, which is a uric acid that supposedly helps diesels burn a little cleaner, but it costs them a lot of mileage. So if you can do like a DEF delete and an EGR delete, you end up burning, 20-30% less fuel, and then you're cleaner in the long run anyway. It's like gas in the US has MBTEs and all these crazy things and ethanol and everything else in it, and to make it have less particulates. But then you end up having worse gas mileage, so you burn more gas. You go to Canada, where they don't have those things in the gasoline, and all of a sudden your gas mileage goes up like 30%. Last time I was in Canada, I was driving my dad's truck. His truck gets like 15, 17 miles per gallon here. In Canada, 23 to 27. Because they don't have a bunch of crap in their gas. So, we do dumb things in America. Ethanol is a terrible, terrible, terrible fuel source, especially if it comes from corn. Like if you're going to do ethanol from cane sugar or switchgrass or beets, yeah, then it's a good thing because you actually get more energy out of it than you put in. But we're getting it from corn, non-edible corn, and we put twice as much oil into the corn in the form of pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers than we get out of it in ethanol. So we're losing. It's a net loss in the end. It's a really stupid system. Just anyway, moving on. Sometimes sommelier. I'm up $1,200 on $870 $30 call, 620 expiry, and I'm wondering if I might be better to sell and buy 265 contracts at $1,100 each, 621 expiry. Any ideas? Well, you're up. So the more calls you have in general, and I think my computer is like dying or something because I'm seeing myself herky jerk in the videos. The more calls you have, the more opportunities you have to gain money. So let's let's go to the calculator. Let's go to the calculator. I'm scratched up. I'll look at the calculator. Okay, calculator. Turn off the calculator. There we go. Boom. Gotta turn off EO Chrome. Bam, calculator. Okay. So, you have one call at $30. So right now, your difference is at $51. So your difference is $2,100. So about $2,100 is the delta between where you bought in and where the price is now, or where the strike price is and where it is now. It's about $2,100. Now, if the stock goes to 80 tomorrow, right? Your delta is going to be about 5,000. So 5,000 difference between the strike price and the $80 price. If you have 260s, was it 260s? 65s. Okay. You have 265s. The delta between that is 1,500 times 2. So your delta is about 3,000. I would look at more at a higher price, even more than at a higher price, or 2 at maybe $55 if you can, because the difference of $55 is $2,500 each, and you would be at the same as if you just stayed. Plus you have the premium on 2 of them to add up. So the more because implied volatility is really high, the more contracts you have, the higher the premium is going to be, and that'll be added to everything. So, if the price shoots freakishly high, if the price goes to $1 bajillion, then that difference won't matter. So let's say it goes to 150 for some reason, right? So the difference between your 150 and your 30 is $120 times 100 gives you $12,000. Cool. If you're at 65, right? If you're at 65, oops, let's go. Goes 100 and 150, I said. Yeah, 150. minus 65 gives you 85 times 100 gives you 8,500. You got two of them. Then all of a sudden you're at 17,000. So you're making more money the higher it goes off of multiple contracts in the end, plus whatever premium's going to have. The premium's probably not. It's probably going to be like $1,000 or $2,000 for each contract. So that's kind of the math's. It's weird to think about, but at some point there's a sweet level where you get as many contracts as humanly possible that could possibly go in the money, or at least use the implied volatility to have their premium contracts go up so high, and then you dump it all, you sell it, and you wait for things to calm down and you get back in. That's kind of how I do it. It's not the most scientific process, but I basically just estimate it all in my head and try to figure out where it's going to be as premium as I can get. This Vibe 88. With not many halts and House GOP's killing cat system, do you think there is something we are missing? Well, the House GOP is definitely trying to kill the cat system, but I don't think it's going to pass the Senate, and I don't think it'll be signed by the president, so it's just kind of a moot point. But yeah, the House Republicans passed a bill to cut funding drastically at the SEC and to basically remove funding for the cat system because they work for Ken Griffin, who doesn't want anyone to know what he's doing. But I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Styles, Houston. These guys are good. How do they know it was going to GME $50? Corey posted a TikTok video printing money at $50 bills. They know, I guess. Ghost Hunter can't retire in 7,000 share. Need a higher number. Then let's get a higher number. Chopped cheese. Would it be legal to exercise live? Why wouldn't it be? Lets everyone know what he's doing. That's as good as you can get. Tubed about. Tube. I can't read. Tubed out. Attitude gesture. I have $120 calls for June 21st. I feel like earnings will crush the IV. We'll sell some and exercise some before earnings. Maybe. But, if you hold with those $20 calls and we get a 2021 type situation, you'll be a millionaire. Back to the calculator. Okay. You have the $20 calls. And the price goes to $480, right? 480 minus 20 gives you a delta of, that was 2. 480 minus 20 gives you 460. That's $46,000 on each one, right? Times 100, you have $4.6 million. Boom. If it does anything remotely similar to January 2021. So you're a millionaire. And you might be able to sell them, wait for IV Crush to drop, and buy back in and have twice as many. Very possible. At the moment, I have not set up my purchase yet for anything that's further out. I'm looking at the 28th because if he exercises on the 21st, then we're going to have a hell of a gamma run that following week, just like we did in January 2021. So I'm working my way up to that and playing with what I can while I can, I guess. But so you're in a good position. That's kind of where I want to be. I want to have 100 of those suckers at some point. Mange Coup, do you think AMC renting will have influence on AMC? It's already having influence on AMC. It's in the same basket. So the XRT ETF, GameStop is the largest holding in that basket. And so whenever it runs, it drags everything else along with it. And AMC is definitely getting dragged along with that. Treetop, I'm not disappointed in making ridiculous money, just disappointed that I tried to buy more at a lower price and it didn't quite fill my order. Oh, bummer. Tim Panella, is there a reason for Roaring Kitty to exercise his calls before the 21st? Any benefit? Any negative? I mean, it would surprise the hell out of the options writers, that's for sure. So, That's one thing he could do. He'd be like, ha, suckers, and exercise, and then they got to find twice as many shares as they were planning, and then things go absolutely bonkers from there. That would be the benefit. Oscar Lamelli, 10,000, 50,000 a share isn't crazy. It's very much possible. We own the float pretty much. And if DV exercises and DR says everything, it's game over. Yeah. Christian, love the shirt. I love the shirt too. Oh, I'm still in small Houston. So yes, Paisleys are the best thing in the world. Music traffickers have until 2026 when Texas Exchange and hedges move from New York to Texas, and it's over anyway. Might as well get out of the way now. What'll be funny is if they move to Texas and then like 4 times a year in excess heat and excess freezing, their exchange just shuts off because the power grid is completely taxed and they have no way to like power their computers. That'd be hilarious. William Jones, ICANN's planning something these guys will never forget. Don't forget that. He was pissed off about that Heisenberg report. D says, you guys, it's happening. It'll feel like a movie. I think we're in a movie right now. 1 cent, is Homie Marco in here? If you are, get some GME, fool. Copy paste says 10,000, 50,000 isn't happening because nobody's going to issue margin calls. That may happen as well because they all learned their lesson of issuing margin calls with Archegos. So there's that. Cough burp, keep going over how many holds we'd have to see before the price hit 1,000. Remember, it's 5% over 5 minutes. So once you start getting higher and higher, the 5% is a lot further away. So it keeps going much quicker. TKYP says, I hope there's news in BBYQ and all this. I have a feeling there will be. Kirsten Moore, missed all this fun. And you, I knew we'd eventually be back. Been holding since 950 plus days. Zia 111. Hope you're doing well. I am doing fantastic. I'm on a cloud right now. Just Bodies. Through the past few years, I've often thought about how I wanted to catch a DFV stream to say thanks because he had already stopped streaming by the time I got into GME. It'll be a fun show tomorrow. I wonder if YouTube's going to, or Comcast is going to slow his upstream bandwidth like they do to me constantly. Oh, none of them off. What price does Marge start calling? My guess is around $85 or so. At least that seems to be the magic price. They cannot let it go past. That's equivalent of about $350 before the split. It would get like $349 and change, and they would just dump it like $200. Remember March 21, it hit $349 and change in like 2 minutes. They dropped it to $120. Like, man, what a time to buy calls would have been then, or sorry, puts. Like, whew, make yourself $23,000 in 10 minutes per call per put. That'd be fantastic. Tyrone Smoke, huge short to 28 with the shares they haven't touched in the past few days. Very possible. I wonder how much shares are available to lend. GME shares available to lend. There's still 1.3 million shares available to lend at the moment. I don't know where they're getting them from. There was 2.8 million earlier today, so they borrowed well more than 1 million shares and they didn't do shit. So there you go. All right. BBJ says those diesels are trash. Won't like the weight and rotating mass of the 1 tons. It still has like 500 pounds of torque. I don't need to go fast. I just need to get there without using so much fuel. I gotta refuel every 20 miles. Excuse me. J-Dog, when it had 30 halts in one session, yeah, that number of halts was insane. That was beyond shady because it wasn't moving 5% in that time, and they're still halting. But what's happening? Oh shit! We just broke $53 after hours. 53.30 happening right now. Someone has to make good on a lot of promises they made today. Bleezy Trades, what if this just becomes a 39-month free money glitch as they roll leaps every cycle? I don't know. Yeah. It was 54.70 at one point? Okay. So things are still spicy here in the after hours game. I am going to have to leave in 9 minutes, though. I forgot to say it's going to be a 90-minute show today. I have to mail some things at the post office before I head off to work. And so, yeah, I got to go stand in line. That's always, the post office line is always the longest thing in the entire world. But 54.70, almost $55. I like it. Treetop, 143,345 calls in the money and 503 puts in the money. And we showed that Max Payne was at $25 yesterday. So right now we're almost $30 over Max Payne. Let's see if it changed. GME Max Payne. Which one was the good one? Was this the good one? Okay, Max Payne is still at $25. Oops, that is not the graph I wanted. That is. So Max Payne, still at $25. We're almost $30 over Max Payne. Well, no, because that was the close. So we're up here. We're almost at $54-ish. $54. Yeah, so we're $29 over Max Payne. That's crazy. that is wild. Oh my gosh. Way to go, us. That should make for a hell of a gamma to happen on Monday. If this closes this high or higher. Man. Good times. Good times. Good times. Ruben, can you explain what happened back with Ape and how it changed my dollar cost average share count? They took the share, and rather than issuing it as a dividend, they split it off of your share and made apes. So then you had two that, when added together, equal what the old share was. And then Adam Aaron dumped a bunch of them and dropped the price of everything. And then he did a 10-to-1 reverse split, further reducing the value of everything. And then he smushed them together. And now your cost basis should be about 10 times what it originally was and valued 1/10 as much. Is that enough? Yeah. And they use that to just dilute like crazy and sell 250 million of those things. Christian 15213, what's your options goal for the 21st? I need to know your strat and I will match. My options goal is actually, I want options for the 28th. And I want at least 100 that are near whatever the current price is by close on that Friday. And I want to have 1,000 lotto tickets. That's my goal. So, fingers crossed. It may jump before then, and I don't have my goal by then. But you know, I'll end up with more money than I started with, and that's in the end, that's all that really matters, right? Pay off those student loans, take a vacation, relax a bit. I got some shorts came in here talking shit and yeah. Okay. Sorry. Get past conversations here. All right. If you show me your strat, I will quit my job now and come work for you. You gonna be my producer? I would love if DFE eventually has more money than Elon Musk. That would be funny. Keegan Murphy, happy birthday season. What exciting time to be alive. I have goosebumps. Well, I don't yet at the moment. I may have had them earlier. I wasn't paying attention. Just Body Salvatore has been back on Twitter, just not too active at the moment. I've not seen Salvatore recently, but I'd love to have him back on the show at some point. Bring him and Jake on. Stephen JW 2006, can someone please explain the sell issue with ComputerShare? Pretty sure ComputerShare is linked to a brokerage. Also have both, just in case. I think ComputerShare does their trades at a set time during the day between like 10, 11 a.m. or something, and that's when they execute all their orders. So if your prices are within whatever that realm is at 10, 11 a.m., then that's when they execute everything. Star Room Studios is going to buy more on stream. I think he's got room to buy 550,000 shares more before he goes over the 5% threshold, which comes out to around 5,500 call options if he wanted. So he could do at least another big purchase of call options, another 50,000 purchase of shares. Excuse me. Bring his value up. Man, I have not slept. It has just been... But, yeah. Yogi 2012, damn late and half drunk. I was on the phone explaining G-Man to my cousin. What a day. DFE live stream tomorrow. I can't focus. Jack to the T's. I'll see you guys all there in that show. So, yeah. G-Money. Brokerage firms not allowing folks to purchase GME shares today. So if you sell, you take the risk of not being able to repurchase again. That's why I'm trading options and not touching my shares at all. Leela Houston, is this the financial swap you're talking about? Rich becomes poor, the largest transfer of wealth in history. We may very well be on the verge of it there, Leela. Lila. Conrad T. Vanguard loads out 99% of their shares to short sellers. That's how they get the money to pay on their index funds, probably the annuities. All right, I got a couple more here, and then Houston's got to run away. Steve O. Houston, what amount of volume during the squeeze would suggest to you it's coming towards an end? If we get margin calls and we have market makers failing capital requirements, like stuff like that, then we'll probably see the dark pools start to just disappear, because they won't be fronting the stuff to the dark pools anymore, because they won't be able to do anything because they'll have no margin and won't be able to operate. That's when we see trading computers kick in, because they're dealing with the liquidation, so they're selling as much as they can of the assets of all these jerks, and then they're buying the liabilities as much as they can, or buying to cover the liabilities. And if we start to see the dark pool data just vanish and everything running through the lit exchanges, I would be looking at probably 4 to 6 billion shares traded around that time. And once you get into that range, then it might soon be over. They may buy up everything they need, and then that's it. So somewhere around there, be my guess. And the price will be going up that entire time as people, finally relent and sell, and finally relent and sell. And once they have enough, the buying ends. That thing will drop like a meteor to earth, just down. And like folks that say, oh, we're just going to sell on the way down, I don't think there's going to be any buyers on the way down, because the minute it stops, it's over. It's done. There's no more buy pressure, because if it's selling at $1 million a share, right, and then the buy pressure turns off, no one's going to buy it at $1 million. No one's day trading at that price. So it's just going to, until it goes back to a normal everyday stock level and sits around there. Everyone who has to buy is bought, and then that's it. So if you can find puts available when you sell, you might be able to make some good chunks on the way back down. No, how would cool it be if Arcade just never mentions Jimmy and has a beer with us for his birthday? His birthday is on Saturday, so yeah. Manipulation. Okay, I one more and then I gotta run away. We'll run that race down the bottom here. What does the Magic 8 Ball say to your right? Does it have an accurate thing? Oh, Magic 8 Ball. Where's the Magic 8 Ball? It's somewhere over here. Where'd I put it? I think my Magic 8 Ball is downstairs. I don't have one here, do I? I think my Magic 8 Ball is downstairs. It is. Nope, can't answer the Magic 8 Ball. So, on that note, I'm out of here. You folks have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you in the chat tomorrow for Keith's show, and then I will see you sometime after market close tomorrow, and we'll rock and roll. Whoop, one more super chat. None off. Want everyone rolling over their calls this week. Give market makers a chance to slap us down hard. Thanks for being so patient every day with repeat questions. Very much so. They will roll, and they'll go into the next week, and then we'll do this all over again. And yeah, that's what happened a couple Fridays ago. But also combined with the fact that GameStop was like, we're going to sell shares, and everything went. So, all right. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves, and we will do regular intro? Outro?